dumping 5% in the last 24 hours. The bulls are running scared, screaming and crying to their mommies, begging for their whittle binkies. But what exactly has transpired for Bitcoin's price over the last 24 hours? As Bitcoin hangs by a thread within this 2-month consolidation pattern, the question remains: who is in control? And will the largest GBTC unlocking in 10 days trigger a massive sell-off of Bitcoin's price, or something much more gargantuan? And at the end of the day, only one thing is for certain. Maybe the bears calling me a little baby diaper boy were right, after all. I'm your host, a little itsy bitsy baby, and for pizza's sake, Bitcoin, if you're gonna dump, just do it, please. For pizza's sake, stop toying with us. This is absolutely so incredibly boring. Holy cannoli, after a little bit of a move yesterday to the downside, it seems as though on some of these shorter time frames we've gotten a little bit of a breakout. However, nothing has really happened over the past 6 or so hours. We've just stabilized a little bit below a current level and still trading within all of the same ranges that we've been covering. And in fact, when will we actually get a move? Because this is a very good bearish opportunity for Bitcoin to break down if it's going to. But as well, just like we always talk about with breakups to the upside, with these symmetrical triangles, they can easily fake out the other way. And at this point, it's still too early to be certain, as the initial breakout so far has been to the downside over the last 24 hours. In the last 12 hours in particular, that has occurred, where we've gotten a little bit of a downside dumpy move. But with symmetrical triangles, more than any other pattern, you always have to be aware of swings the opposite direction, and this initial breakout has been to the downside. But on some of these longer-term charts, there's something extremely interesting going on. And as well, on July 18th, is this going to be very, very bearish for Bitcoin? Or in fact, is it already priced in? So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit that like, subscribe, turn on these absolutely time-sensitive alerts. And without any further ado, let's dump on in. So on July 18th, 530 million GBTC will unlock, and this will be very big. So a new research questions the gravity of the upcoming unlocking event at the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, pointing to bigger potential price threats later in 2021. If we jump into this article here, a large amount of Bitcoin after a 6-month lockup is due to be unleashed in just 10 days from now. The largest unlocking to date, in fact, 16,240 Bitcoin will become available, currently equal to 530 million US dollars. A couple months ago, it would have been well worth over $1 billion here. So QCP says, to state clearly, we don't expect these unlocks on their own to have significant impact on the overall market outside of GBTC itself. Most of the large institutional positions who had subscribed in kind before have already been unlocked earlier, and they have held off selling at the current discounted price. And the last main thing here is how high the BTC USD pairing gets in the meanwhile, is a matter of fierce debate. Among the most bullish, tried, and tested models is the stock to flow, the creator of which, Plan B, has said that $135,000 price in December is a worst-case scenario, meaning one of the best models so far, and again, it cannot be invalidated until it's invalidated, predicts $135,000 per Bitcoin so far. And before we get into the price action and everything like that, you guys, all of the things I talked about yesterday with flipping, especially with Ethereum and the entire altcoin market cap, flipping that previous resistance into support is still 100% valid, exactly what I believe. And for people that, watch these videos and they say like, well, why aren't you bearish? Or when are you going to get bearish? Or you're a ding dong for not being bearish. First of all, it's incredibly easy to be bearish. Okay, I could literally just say, okay, this is extremely bearish, and some people would like that, some people would hate that, whatever. Take a stance and then stick with that stance week after week, month after month, as I've been doing. And at this point still, even though the price is still extremely boring, we had a baby dump, a 4% dump. What did we go down, like $1,500 in the past 24 hours? Even though that's happened, I'm not going to switch my stance and my long-term outlook and even midterm outlook for Bitcoin just because of a little baby dump, okay? That's not how it works. And my mind has not changed at all. As I've been saying as well, even when we get another move down to like 29,000 and bounce off that low that we set on May 19th again, that doesn't change anything in my opinion, okay? That doesn't mean that I'm going to be automatically convinced we're going to 15K or 20K or 10K or something like that. Basically, my point is it's incredibly easy to just switch bearish because the price is down. Psychologically, that's a very easy thing to do because, you see the price going down, we all assume massive dumpy mode, and we see the price going up and we all turn to massive moon boys. But basically, based on all of the data that I see and based on all of the people that are reputable, all of the people that I personally put faith in, all the people that I think have a better understanding of this market than I do, all of them understand that most likely, obviously it's very, very chaotic right now, but there's absolutely no reason why we would be entering a 1-year bear market or a 2-year bear market or anything like that. And your favorite bearish creators also flip bullish immediately as well. I mean, if you go back, all of the people that are like, this person's very bearish now, I mean, are you going to be bearish? They tend to flip-flop all of the time. Basically, my point is it's very easy to flip-flop, and yeah, at this point, I see no reason to get extremely bearish on Bitcoin. So with that being said, I got so many comments last night saying, look at this absolutely massive crash. I literally got more than one comment that said massive crash. Okay, this is not a massive crash. Okay, I can't, you know what? I don't even know what to say when people say that. But yeah, we had what are we down? In the last daily candle, we're down a mega 3% right now, right underneath 33,000. Back to the levels we were at, oh golly gee, 4 days ago. Yeah, another rejection off this 21 DMA. Really no movement to the upside, obviously. We're still, just trading, as you can see on this chart, we're trading within kind of the same levels. If we go to this 4-hour chart, you can see the last 2 months of Bitcoin's price. We actually did get a little bit of a itsy bitsy bounce at the very bottom of this pattern right here, and as well. But yeah, we got a little bit of a bounce right around 32. In fact, right off of 32,000 again, which if we manage to go up from here, surprise, surprise, it means basically nothing has happened and we're just still trading within this pattern. No confirmations of an ultra bearishness move yet. Let's say, we came down to 31,000, we go up to 32 and then got rejected. Okay, then that's a bearish confirmation, but we haven't really done that. We're still literally trading sideways. Now here on this 1-hour chart, I talked about this yesterday. We talked about this going to be breaking out within the next 24 to 36 hours. And it looks like it did break out actually to the downside. Okay. I was very likely thinking this could be a little upside move of a couple $1,000s that could trigger some longer term stuff if a lot of resistance was broken. Even though in yesterday's video I said if we go up to 37, I think it's unlikely we have the juice to break it yet. But I was looking for a potential breakout up to this level of just about like 3,000 or only $2,000 to the upside. In fact, we got let's take a look at this. Maybe only a 1,500 downside move, and now we're kind of just bouncing here. So what I mentioned at the beginning is the idea that these symmetrical triangles very often fake out, meaning doing something like this if it initially broke up to the upside, or something like this if it broke up to the downside. Very often over the past couple of years, I've seen symmetrical triangles more than anything do fake outs. And I know a lot of people agree with that as well. If there's a pattern that's more likely to do like a fake out like this, for some reason it's a symmetrical triangle, I guess because it's kind of a neutral pattern in terms of the structure anyway. But yeah, so far we have a little bit of a move to the downside, immediately bounced off this next key fettuccine level though. And again, guys, at this point, like, I literally don't care if it drops or goes up at this point. I just really want Bitcoin to do something because I just want the volatility and the volume and the excitement to come back because there's so much opportunity with dumps or pumps. But with this sideways trading, there's not much. Everyone's just kind of waiting. And I see that across the space. A lot of people are literally just waiting. They're bored. It really doesn't do much for traders or even long-term speculators when Bitcoin just trades sideways. You can long and short Bitcoin, by the way, so you can make money if it goes down. But if it trades sideways, you can't really do too much, especially like these little itsy bitsy baby moves. But at this point, guys, yeah, we had a little bit of a move yesterday, but again, nothing substantial. I know a lot of people want a massive pump and a lot of people want a massive dump. I know a lot of people want me to be right and then we go up a lot, and I know a lot of people want me to be wrong and then we just crash to, I don't know, 28, 24,000, 20,000, 15,000. But that remains to be seen because really nothing has happened just yet. We do see Ethereum in the entire altcoin markets after getting that first test of the 50, now bouncing on the 21-day moving averages. Same thing here for the altcoin market cap. So that's good. We see progress, and we see the DXY actually getting a little bit of a dumpy move today. Still, I think it's going to be running into that resistance in this box here, which I'm very excited about watching. This is something that has much larger implications than a daily Bitcoin price movement. The DXY has very long-term implications for Bitcoin. So a very sharp rejection here over the next few weeks, I think, is very exciting if that does happen. But yeah, in the meantime, it'll just be interesting to see if we can actually get some movement. Either we make a really nice upside move here in the short term, or we just get a massive dump that quickly gets rebounded, as we've seen time and time again this entire, every single one of these massive dumps, you can see how long the wicks are. What does that mean? It means massive rebounding. So every time we've gotten one of these, we've seen some massive rebounding. And after getting rejected at the 21-day for the last week, is this an opportunity for a dump? Yeah, of course. Bring on the dump if it's going to happen. I think many of you will agree that you probably don't care either as long as it does something. because realistically, I don't really consider this too much. I just consider this not breaking up to the upside and moving a little bit to the downside, even though we've already kind of reclaimed already half of that candle. Either way, one of the biggest bearish narratives is this absolutely disgusting looking head and shoulders that I think even like Peter Schiff is trying to talk about. I mean, this doesn't look like a head and shoulders at all. You see there was a high here and then a plateau for 3 months and now a plateau for like a pretty long time as well, almost 2 months. But that's not really, I mean, I don't think that's a head and shoulders. It doesn't look like a head and shoulders to me. It's a very, very bearish argument that some people are using because it's like the only way that Bitcoin could get down to $10,000 to $15,000 per Bitcoin if something like this would happen. But again, I don't think that makes any sense. Really, the only way, and I've said this many times, the only way I think Bitcoin could go below 20K, the only way is if the entire stock market crashes and has a prolonged crash and does not recover. I think that's the only way. I think if Bitcoin's going to get below 20K, I think many markets have to be absolutely devastated, and it cannot be just a Bitcoin or cryptocurrency only event. Well, so if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to like, subscribe, turn on the new streams, these absolutely time-sensitive alerts. Make sure to check out the links in the description below. Just got BlockFi on as well. We have a BlockFi affiliate link below, some very nice, interesting bonuses and an APY with that. I know a lot of people promote that. Pretty much everyone, I think, has a BlockFi affiliate link. But with that, any further ado, that's it for me. Bye-bye.